Hey there, I'm Michelle. Thanks for stopping by Broad-Minded Solutions, my YouTube channel, and also thanks for checking out this free course in affiliate marketing. Here on this channel, I'm going to share with you the exact steps and actions that I took to match my six-figure 9-to-5 income with a passive income online business within 6 months, working 2 hours a day. Stick with me and you will learn how you can make money online worldwide 24/7, 365 days a year by setting up and running a passive income online business. This next video is about setting up your autoresponder. If the sales funnel is the base of your business, the autoresponder is the glue that holds it all together. It is one of the most important pieces of your business. I'm going to show you from start to finish how to get AWeber set up. You're probably going to want to stay tuned to the end of the video because I give you lots of great tips all the way through. And before I get started, I just want to say to you, if you like this video, give it a like. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. I post lots of great videos just like this one, and you're not going to want to miss a single set of helpful tips that can get you started in an online passive income business that'll allow you to quit your 9-to-5 and claim financial freedom. On their main advertising page for AWeber, we're just going to take a look at what they have available as far as plans go. There's two plans, the free plan basic and the pro plan, which works out to be about $16 a month. Everything that you get in the free plan is available in the pro plan. In the pro plan, one of the differences would be that they give you more analytics and split testing, but you can see you can have up to 500 email subscribers on your free plan, which is great for an affiliate marketer starting out. They have all these options for creating landing pages, for drag and drop email builders, sign up forms, e-commerce, and a lot more. It's definitely a good choice, and we are going to go with the basic plan because that is what you will likely be using to get started. Besides, it's free. Here we are in the pricing page, just to have another little look at what the different features are as you go through. You can see that they have lots of different things. The free plan is limited to 500 subscribers, but it does give you a little while to get there. And as soon as you change your mind and want to go to a plan that's paid, you have that option. You can see there's lots of different options for you in the free plan with email, what you can create with landing pages, lots of capability in list building, and you also get a fair amount of reporting. Now, you don't get all the very specific things in the free plan, but you only have 500 subscribers at that point. So you will have a better idea of what's going on because you have less people on your list. As you get farther along, you are definitely going to want to progress to the free plan once you get to the point where you are going to be over 500 subscribers, and you're going to want to be taking a closer look at all your analytics to understand what's going on with the campaigns you're sending out. Okay, right now what we're going to do is we are going to sign up for a free account with AWeber. We've gone through and looked at the pricing, determined that the free plan is going to work well for us, and so we are just going to go through this login process and create a free account. Sometimes you have to go through this reCAPTCHA, which is them checking to make sure you're not a robot as you sign up for this account, and we'll let it load so that we can continue to verify. Now, once we go in and they create this account, they're going to ask us to verify our email address. We have to agree to the fact that we actually do want an account. So you see where it says login to live.com, that's because I've inputted a Hotmail address. And we'll talk about the kind of email address you should use as your sending account later, but I always choose to sign up with a generic account like a Hotmail or a Google or a Yahoo, because I may from time to time change my domain where I host my website, and I don't want to have to continue paying for an email for a website I no longer use. So signups for AWeber and things like that, always better to be a generic email. When I sign in to my Hotmail to access the verification from AWeber, it looks like this. So I'm going to click that link, and it should bring me back into AWeber, where I'm going to go through the process to complete a password. And after that, I will be back into the account and we can get started getting everything set up so that we can send emails from our autoresponder. Okay, so now that we are inside, we're just going to look at the pricing plan again, just look at a couple of features. You see that with the free, you have up to 3,000 emails, 500 subscribers. And because we're not going to pay, we don't have to put in our credit card information. So that works out pretty well. We're going to get started for free. And once that loads, we're going to get started. So we're going to put in our company name. It's going to pre-fill with the information we put in when we first registered, but this is where we get specific. So I'm going to put in my company, Broad-Minded Solutions, and I'm going to put in my website or my social profile. It could be a Facebook, could be a TikTok, whatever you choose. It's what you'd probably like people to most frequently visit when they go to that site. Okay. You can put in like finance here in under industry or whatever it is that your particular niche is. And we're gonna add in an address. Now, there are some people who prefer not to put in their address, but because of anti-spam laws, you absolutely have to put an address in. So you do have some options. You can put in a physical address like I'm doing right now, or you can purchase a virtual PO box and they will take care of that. You can put that down instead of putting down your own address. You can also put down an actual PO box if you have a PO box. And we aren't importing any email subscribers because we're just getting started. They're going to ask what business goals are. We're going to go through and pick a few things. They'll probably send you a couple emails to help you out with learning some new parts to this autoresponder. And just fill in the ones that you use the most frequently. Anything you do there is going to be helpful. Takes a while to load, eh? So we've gone through account details and we are going to look at all these other things here. We're going to go back. This is your menu here along the side where you can access all the different features, and we'll go through these one at a time in this tutorial. Back over here, we can go to our account and make sure that everything has been updated appropriately. You see that we've got our company name in there, our address has saved. Phone numbers are optional. I don't have mine in there. Okay, so we have completed account details and we're going to go into list options and start making sure that everything jives with our account. So list options, we can change it in here. Now I want my list to reflect my business name, so that would be Broad-Minded Solutions. I'm going to add it in here. This is what people see when they unsubscribe from your list. And like I said before, believe it or not, you want it to be easy for people to unsubscribe from your list. The easier it is to unsubscribe from your list, the less likely you are to get a spam rating, because if people don't know how to unsubscribe from your emails, they'll flag you as spam, and then that isn't good for you because your emails won't get delivered. This list description is a great way to remind people why they signed up for your list in the first place. So we're going to put a little bit in here about affiliate marketing, that it's going to be a valuable resource for tips and great resources, because this is our last chance to appeal to people to get them not to unsubscribe. We hope that when they see this, they'll say, oh yeah, you know what, I better stay subscribed. If not, we're doing a favor to ourselves as far as our spam rating, so we're just going to go from there. We've got our information in here. Now, this from address is also something we're going to have to change. We are going to talk about the importance of having a professional email at a later date. There's actually a video about it that I want you to watch. And you are going to want to make sure that your from address is not a generic email like a Yahoo, a Gmail, a Live, a Hotmail. It's just not very professional, and it also doesn't have a very good send rate and open rate, and it tends to get flagged as spam. So we're going to save these settings to make sure everything is updated. And we also are going to go through and change the from address. Now, I have already signed up for a professional email. That is michelle@broadmindedsolutions.com, and I am going to add that in there. Here we are looking at adding a domain also to our information that is hosted inside of AWeber, and I'm going to put the website for my main sales funnel, which is the 15-day challenge. Now don't worry, because you can go back in and change this information at any time. And if you wanted to have an email address where your information was also sent, this is where you have the opportunity. Now, when we add an additional email, we have to go through and verify that we actually do want that email connected to our autoresponder. So we are going to have to go through and continue by responding that yes, we want that email to be connected. Now this here is important for also improving your open rate and your anti-spam rate. These CNAME records are key for ensuring that your emails do not end up in someone's spam folders. So you're going to want to go through and complete that process. Every different domain service provider is different. So you may have to actually get help from your DNS provider, your domain service provider. And if you can do that, that will be something that can take up to 48 hours to be confirmed, because right now it says pending, and once it has completed and gone through that process, you will have the fact that it has been verified, and it's much better for making sure that your emails get opened. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create a confirmation message so that when someone signs up to our subscription, our email list, they have to actually confirm that they want to be on the list. This ensures email deliverability, and it also gives you a much stronger anti-spam rating. So when you come in, sign in here under list settings, we can choose these things here. Choose an approved subject line in here. It gives you options. You can also request a custom. Okay. You can have the person's name added in there. I like that. It's a good personal touch. Now this is the standard one that AWeber gives you, confirm my subscription. We can also edit the message content. So it says, please click the link below. We can also add something in here like, thank you for expressing interest. In Broad-Minded Solutions. Please click the button below to confirm that you'd like to receive emails from, and we'll put our list name in here. Us, because we've already given a name. The button text right there, it gives you some options as well. Confirm my subscription, thank you. We're gonna put our name in here. You can also add a couple other personalizations in there if you want. We can do a preview, see what it's gonna look like. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. Send a confirmation for AWeber sign-up forms. Yeah, we've got that going there. Now, this confirmation piece, when you first start on your list, you might be super excited every time you get notified a new person confirms, but after a while you get a ton of emails, so you might want to turn that off. For me right now, I'm going to shut it off so I don't have that notification. Confirmation success page, they go there after their confirmation. There is a default success page unless you upload a custom one, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hit save all settings. To create a sign-up form that you can use on your website to get people to give you their email for subscription purposes. So we're going to click sign-up forms, and we're going to create a sign-up form. It's going to load a bunch of templates for us, and we're going to choose for my website. Once it's loaded, it's going to come inside here, and you're going to pick from the template gallery up here. There's a lot of different ones to choose from, so you pick one that you like and you go from there. I'm going to pick the one that's called Sale, and I like this gray, green, and white color scheme, so I'm going to hit Load Template. So now that it's loaded the template, I'm just going to hide the template gallery because I don't need it. And we're going to come down here to do a little bit of work. Now, we can move things around here, and it's pretty easy drag and drop. Anything you don't want, you can just delete like that, and like this badge, like that. If you want to add anything in, you have all kinds of options up here, like add divider, add image, add text. So if you want to add an image, you can put your logo on the top like this and drag it down here. You can go from the image gallery that you have and drag and drop your images in that way. And if you decide you don't want to do it, you can just get out. So we're going to work on the header right here. It's going to pop us up a box on the side. And I'm going to give away a lead magnet because that is something that we often do in order to get emails. So I'm going to say my lead magnet is called the 7 Steps to Success in Affiliate Marketing. And I'm going to say ebook, free ebook. Ebook, I'm going to put that down on the second line. Now we have to do some alterations here for font and text and things like that. So you pick a font that you like and a size that you like. I like that one. Do you want it centered? Do you want it bolded? And what color do you want? Now it doesn't show up real well in gray, so I'm going to go with like white. Okay, and you see that you can, oh, that's a mistake. So we're going to change this one to the same font, but I'm not going to make it as big. Like that. I'm going to center it, and I'm going to make it black so that it stands out. And there I have my lead magnet for the top. Now I want to put something in there, some information. So I want to add in a text box. So it's going to put it down at the bottom, I believe. Yeah, so we're going to put in here, enter your email address to receive a free ebook. Okay, and again, you adjust things like font, if you want it centered, the color of it. And once that's done, you can move this around by dragging and dropping. So I can put it there. Now I think that's too big, so I'm actually going to make the font smaller. Maybe even a little smaller than that, so it all fits on one line. There we go. I like how that looks. Now here on the page, you have the option to adjust what kind of input you want. So you can capture full name, you can capture first and last. I just like full name. Email is the same thing. Now also this button here, we don't want it to say submit. We want it to say something like send it now. And let's see what else we have in here. You can also adjust colors. So for me, I like this color right there. And the background here, we can also change the background if we want to. So 7 Steps to Success in Affiliate Marketing, free ebook, enter your email address to receive the free book. I'm gonna save my form because I like how it looks. And we're just waiting for everything to update now. Now down here it says go to step 2. Now, your form name, you can name it what you want. A good idea to indicate what it is. Okay, so here we are now. We're going to continue where we left off. We are going to name it. So for me, I'm going to call it ebook lead magnet, because you may have other forms that you want to do that. We're going to preview it, what it looks like. And when the preview loads, you're going to see, this gives you, thank you, you're subscribed, return to the last page. And if someone has, now here's the thing, we want this to open in a new window, because if they go to that subscription message, it takes them away from our form, and then they have to remember to go back. So we're going to have open in a new window so they can just click it off when they're done. And then if someone has already subscribed to our email list, then they'll just get a basic version. So we are going to save our forms and go to step 3. Now right here, it's going to give us the option to save the form. So I'm going to save the form. And these are the options that we have here. So are we going to install our form with an HTML code and use it to access, to post right on our pages, or are we going to use our form as a landing page? So those will be the 2 options that you have to choose from. What we're going to do is we're going to publish our form. So we're going to give it a place to publish. Now there's 2 different options. The first one here is called I will install my form, and it gives you 2 different options. It gives you an HTML version and it gives you a JavaScript snippet. So if you had like a WordPress site where you wanted to have a widget on the side where that form would be, people could click on it and then it would give them that option, that's where you would put it. What I'm going to do though, because I don't have a WordPress or a blog, is I'm going to use my form as a landing page. So a place that you could use this and where I'm going to install it is in Facebook. So I'm just going to copy that link that I have right there. And then I'm going to hop over to my Facebook page here, my group, and I am going to create a post. So I'm going to put this in, just a copy and paste. And I'm also going to put some text at the beginning. And right up here, it's going to say, are you interested? How about just click the link below to access your free ebook. Okay. I'm also going to then here add a picture that I've already created in Canva. Just going to drag and drop. See, it's nice and appealing to catch people's attention. And, oh, I got a spelling mistake, but better fix that. And other than that, it's ready to go. So once I hit post, it's going to be available in the group and you'll be able to see it. It's posting for us here. And you'll see that if anyone is interested, they can click this link and it's going to bring them to, on a separate page, the link for our free ebook. And then once they've subscribed, they'll get an email with the ebook and everything will be awesome. It's a great way to capture emails, and also it's a great way to bring in some new subscribers to your list. Okay, so now what we're going to work on is, actually what we're going to look at is what a landing page is. And so landing pages are something that, oh, that didn't work. Okay, I got to restart that because this doesn't work. Close that. Delete that. Okay. Now we're gonna start. I can line up right now. Fuck, still not lined up. Okay. So landing pages can be used similarly to sales funnels, and inside of AWeber you have the capacity to build a landing page. So that's down here on your dashboard where it says landing pages. So we're just gonna do a quick little walkthrough. I'm not gonna get anything too complicated. So you click this and you can see that there's lots of different pre-built templates. If you're selling things, if you've got an ebook offer, e-commerce, there's so many different ones to choose from. This one right here is kind of neat. We'll preview it. It's for creating a link list so that you can have a variety of different things that you can have available to people. And basically they sign up this way to get into the newsletter, and you have some options for them to click. That's pretty much as straightforward as it gets. I'm going to leave you to your own devices to do that. But most of you will be using a sales funnel like ClickFunnels, which is my #1 choice for a sales funnel platform, because that's where you're going to build your opt-in and all of your sales funnel from that point on. So you can do lots of really neat things inside of your autoresponder. Like you can build a message to send out to your subscribers. So we're going to start over here. We're in messages on the dashboard. Then we're going to hit create message. Now you have lots of really neat options when you're here because they have this drag and drop email template builder. They have a smart designer where you can use your website URL to create a template. You can do plain text messages only. I'm going to look at the drag and drop email builder because it's pretty neat, and that's what I use to build the emails that you receive if you're on my list, which most of you are. So it's just going to fill it up here, and you can see they have lots of options down the side. This stuff is all probably starting to look pretty familiar. Same kind of icons to click on for your sales funnel, for your autoresponder. Drag and drop is pretty much an industry standard. So here, if we click here, we can see all the different templates that AWeber has available. And so you can look at the gallery here, and it's just going to load a whole bunch of different options for you. You can see things like this have color coding. Some of them are laid out for images in a kind of a pattern. There's really all kinds of different ones that you can choose. But I think what we'll do is, where was the one that I like? Let's just start and build one, which is the default one, okay? So we're gonna click on that one. And we're just gonna go back over here so that we can get started. We're gonna click on this and get started. Click off it, okay. So in here you see, anytime you see these little brackets here, that's gonna put the name of the people off of your subscription list. It's gonna automatically fill it in there. So it's gonna say, Dear Jane, thanks for being a loyal email subscriber. Now you have lots of different elements here. You can add in headlines and paragraphs. So this is a paragraph here. You can drag in an image if you want to, right in here, and it'll put it in underneath. You can add in another paragraph down here like that, so that you can drag and drop all of your different elements inside of your email. If you want to put a picture in here, you would go like this, and then you would go to your image gallery. You would upload an image. You pick it from somewhere on your computer, and then you would, for example, this one right here, upload it to your image. You can load it into your email. And then when we want to go to the image gallery, you can see that it's generating it in here. You also have the option here to make it smaller. And if you click down on the sizes here, it's going to automatically shrink it. So you just have to worry about the dimensions of 1 to make it more a size that is better consumable for an email, because that's a pretty big picture, right? So I've got this email in here. I've got this. I can add in another paragraph if I want to underneath where it's going to go, where I can type the rest of my message here. Okay. Now, once I've done all of this, I can preview and test to see what it looks like. And it shows you what the email is going to look like. I'm going to go back to the editor, and I'm going to just check here. Now, over here it says background color, so I can select a background color if I want to, one that I feel like it aligns with my image there, so the whole text of my email is going to be in color. I can leave that white, and I can also change the background color there and add it in as a, oh sorry, that didn't quite work. So you can make all kinds of different revisions. It really is best that you play around with things. And once you're done, you can save your work. The other really great thing is if you spend some time creating exactly what you want your email to look like, you can save it as a template right here. And once you've saved it as a template, every single email that you send out after that is going to look exactly the same. So I highly suggest taking time at the beginning to really plan out what you want your emails to look like and create a really great template, and then use it moving forward. You can add your logo as a header in there. You can do all kinds of really neat things. As well, don't forget to include a subject line up here. Then you would save your work. We've already done a preview and test, but we'll do it one more time just to see what it looks like. And we can go back to the editor, save and exit. Now that message is going to save into drafts, and you will be able to access it. And because we didn't give it a subject name, it's still called insert your subject here. But that is how you create an email. So we are going to create a message inside of AWeber, and we're going to use their drag and drop email builder. Now, there's all kinds of different options that you can explore, but I like the drag and drop because I want my email to stand out from everybody else's. So here's a really neat template that I had pre-selected, and of course you can get them from there. Now you see we've got all these options in here, okay? This here is a paragraph. This is a greeting here. You can put the name in here. If you don't like anything, you can certainly delete it. Now we've got all this stuff back here, and there isn't a background color selected because it's blue, but you can definitely alter that if you want to. The background color here is pre-selected. If I want to change it to something nice and bright, I just have to change it in one spot and it auto updates. Now, click to add your logo. We're going to do that. I have already uploaded, I believe. Let me see what I have in my image gallery here. Oops. In the image gallery, I already have a logo. So there's stock images and then your own. So I'm going to click on mine. Now this is really big, so I want it to be thumbnail size. That's a really good size to show up on the page. Now I know the colors don't really jump out on here, but we're just kind of going around that way. Now you've got a header here. This section right here where it says first name _ fix, that will automatically load in the name of the people who are on your subscription list, your subscribers. You can personalize all in here. Thanks, name, title, position. Right here, you can actually add in your own picture, and you can upload an image and you can delete this and substitute in. You can add a name and position. It's always nice to have a little PS at the end. Maybe it's a quote that you want people to know you by. Down here, you can include hyperlinks to all of your social media. So if you want people to be able to access your Facebook, you see once you click on it over here in the corner, you have the option to put in the URL of your Facebook group, your TikTok account, your social media links, your LinkedIn, anything like that. And you can personalize that way. It's a really nice touch. You can also, you can save and exit, okay? And you can also save that as a template so that every single one of your emails will have the same general look to them, and you can use it as a template for everything. That's a pretty neat feature, because then what you have to do is just write your series of emails, and every single one that goes out is going to look like what we have loaded here on the screen. Uniform, a recognizable brand, something people come to expect. See here, we entered this information before down on the screen with our name and our address, the unsubscribe, the change options, and then we have the AWeber badge. Now, if we had a free, this is a free plan, so we don't have an option. It has to say powered by AWeber. But if we were not paying for if we were paying for the pro plan, we wouldn't have that on there. So that is basically how you create a message, okay? The next part is a campaign, and a campaign is a series of messages that you would send out. So you would write the scripts for your email campaign, your series of emails, and you would write your messages here in the section, like the draft section. Then you could drag them in. And there's lots of different options that you have when you do these campaigns. So if you were, the messages you would access here. So here's the first message, thanks for signing up. You have that option, and then you can send a test. The nice thing about this is you're going to get all kinds of options, like you're going to get your statistics on spam and everything else like that. We'll go back in here. So if we type click on this box, you'll see that it loads an email for us to put our pre-written email in. Now this here is plain. It's just a plain email, but you remember how we created a template in the previous step? So you can go into the templates and pick the one that you had created and load it in from that point. So here we are back on the email that we just created. Now, instead of saving it as an email, we're going to save it as a template. So it's going to ask us to give it a name. And then the next time we come in to get something done, we're going to call it okay? So we're gonna save it as a template. So every time we start an email, we can actually select from that template. It'll be listed under My Templates, and then you'll be able to have that uniformity that we were talking about in the previous step. So now that we have that saved as a template, the next thing we're gonna look at doing is creating a campaign. So if we create a campaign, we can select a template to use with the campaign. We're going to start in here. Now, once you get to this screen here, this is where you have options, okay? There are triggers for campaigns. So the trigger might be new subscriber, and that's what we're going to do. We can also replace the trigger with something like a tag that we had applied. So in the previous step, when we created the landing page or the sign up form, if we had put a tag on that, like free ebook sign up, then we could click the tag here, it would be listed, and that would be the trigger for sending out this particular series of emails, okay? So even though we're not doing that, we're gonna leave it at that, okay? We're gonna leave it as replace. Thanks for signing up. Now here we have these waits. So in between, say we had 2 or 3 email messages done, these are drag and drop as well, okay? And we can come over here and just click the drag and drop, okay? And that's good. And we can add in some wait periods. So thank you for signing up. We have this, and we can then add another message in here. So what we're doing here is just building another template. We're building in the opportunity for more emails to be sent, okay? Another feature that I want to explain to you is what you would use a broadcast for. So you find that under messages. And when you click on messages, it's going to give you these options again. Now in the previous step, what we did is we created a template. We have used that, oh look, there's the template right there. We have created a campaign with the drag and drop builder where you can add a message, drag another one over from the side, add timing in between each of the messages. And that's really important for when you're setting out a series of emails. So for example, the trigger might be the person went through your sales funnel and added their email to your subscription list. So then you start sending them a series of emails. Here, what we're going to do is look at a broadcast, which is different. A broadcast is sent to every single person on your list, all blasted all at once, or whichever list you select that they would go to. So you can create a drag and drop builder like you would. You can use a plain text. So we're going to go to the drag and drop again. And we also have the option to use the templates that we have created. Just going to let it load. We go into templates here, and we will be able to select from this button up here, My Templates. Once it loads, there it is. It's a little slow today. Okay. Okay, so we are going to just go to the one that we have selected. And it's ready to go. Now, if we're doing a broadcast, we can do all kinds of things. We've used our template. It's going to send out to a list of people at the same time. So sometimes people will be on your list and they're working their way through a series of emails, like you would say for the 15-day business builder challenge that you might be promoting. And other times you want to send a giant announcement. So for example, I might want to send an announcement about a new, and I'm going to add an image here. I just created a course, and so I want to send an announcement out about this new course that I would blast to everybody. So I'm going to go right here and upload it from my desktop. And again, you're probably going to have to resize it, or you might be happy with how it looks. So you would write your text in here in this box. You've uploaded your image. You've done it all ready to go. You save it. Don't forget to give it a name. We're going to call it a free course announcement. We'll get into copywriting at a different point, which is very important when it comes to writing your email subject lines. So we're going to save and exit because the letter looks like what we want it to look like. And then once we have it saved into our, we can schedule into our drafts. So now this is where you look at who's going to get it. So you have the option to share it that way. Who should receive it? People who are on your list, anyone who's an active subscriber. When should it be sent? You can send it immediately. You can schedule it to go at a particular time. You can tag automations in there if you want to. Like I said, you can add a tag so that whoever responds to it, when you get that response back, you'll know if it was the person that was on that particular, say the course announcement, and you have the ability to check everything else. Now you hit send message now. Do you want to go for sure? Send it now. And it would get sent out to everybody who is on your subscription list. Well, that concludes my tutorial for you on how to use AWeber to get yourself set up. And I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, please be sure to like this video. Please, if you have not, follow me and turn on notifications so that you will get notified whenever I release a new video and new helpful tips and tricks for affiliate marketers. And I'll see you around in the next video.